Hi everyone and welcome. Today is your Tuesday Thoughts Tarot. Welcome back. We're in the kitchen again. Just decided to move things around. I will be sitting here at this desk as I put your little boxes together, the Christmas soul sets. Got everything I need, so I'm going to spend the next few days having time to spend with Spirit to write your personalized energy readings. And also I have this, where did I put them? I have these great cards. There, one sec. So they come with a classic tarot on the back, but they are clear. So you will get a personalized message. It'll be like an oracle message just for you on one of those cards. So that's the soul set. Early bird ends tomorrow. So if you want to get in touch and have it, message me. But it is still available to buy up until Christmas, depending on delivery dates you want to get in before December, I would say, just so I have time to connect and deliver your messages as well. And you get incense, you get crystal, you get herbal tea, you get meditation cards, you get affirmation cards, lots of nice little things thrown in there just to create a nice little ambiance as you open your card and open your energy reading, and you can sit back and just take it all in. So that aside, we're here to do your Tuesday Thoughts Tarot, so welcome again. And I'm going to just give the tarot a little shuffle. I've already grounded and opened up the space. I just want to do a little bit of Palo Santo as well. How are you all? Just checking in. Yes, we didn't have one last week, and I'm sorry about that, but the day got away from me and I just never got around to getting it done. I thought maybe Wednesday I might get it done, but I didn't get it done either, so apologies for that. But we are here today. Sometimes it's good to leave a little break between reads, even if people come for professional reads. It's good to leave a little bit of a gap, because often what comes up doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen in the next few days or that you'll see it like in the next week. It might be 2 to 3 months down the line that you go, that makes sense now. So tarot is a bit weird like that. It doesn't necessarily mean it's what it is. I'm going to take that one. What it is it's saying what energy is around you, and therefore you know what you can work on. So let me just burn a little Palo Santo now before we get started. Thank you for following me. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate all the watches. And do share with your friends. Do pass it on, because it just helps the channel if you watch it. Sorry, I'm just lighting the incense here. And just burn a little bit of Palo Santo. Put it around me. Obviously a lot of green and pink today, so we're feeling a lot of heart energy. A lot of nice divine feminine energy coming in as well. I wonder if it's 3-eye Atlas. Does it go next to Venus before it comes close to Earth? Is that what happens? I was listening to something about 3-eye Atlas earlier. So that's just going to create a little bit of sacred space. And do subscribe and hit the notification bell, because then every time I deliver a reading, you'll get a notification that it's come out, and then you won't miss out. So we're asking the tarot for people who are watching, thank you, just to see what information comes through. Obviously this is for entertainment, we have to say that, but I intuitively read the tarot. I know the meanings, but we read it as a kind of intuitive message. Okay, so it's actually turned out quite nice here today. It was a bit grey earlier, but the sun is breaking through the clouds. There's some blue sky. It was due to rain. We might still have rain later. There seems to be a lot of rain at the moment, which actually I don't mind, because we need a bit of rain and it has a cleansing effect. And sometimes it's good to force yourself to go outside in the rain, isn't it? All weathers. Okay, 2 came out there, and then we'll just go. So we're asking for a message for someone who's watching, or for a group of people who are watching, and that this resonates with you, and this energy of this read makes sense to you in some way, or gives you some guidance. That is the hope. That is, that it actually helps in some way. So let's see. Hopefully it won't go too long. As you can see, I've just gone straight into the read. Usually I ramble for a little while, but I've got nothing to ramble about. I think I'm saving all of that for my channelings, which you can also see on this channel. There are some of my recorded channelings as well from Spirit, and there's a few mediumship sessions, and there's also a few meditations on here as well. So have a look through the channel, find something, and even if you watch back an older tarot read, if you pick on one, then there might be something in that just clears something up for you. And it's not to predict your future and tell you what to do. It's basically so you can go, I had a feeling. So it's telling you that there's something off in some scenario. Now, I don't know what this last one is. I'm not going to look at it till the end. But you might have had a feeling about something, and then it just clarifies, there's something going on at work, or there's something going on at home. Whatever it is, sometimes that can just give you that little confirmation as well. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the sun. I don't know if you can see that. I do have a light on behind me. Let's see if I can turn it a little so you can see that better. You can probably see it, but for me, my screen, it's completely blitzed out. But this is the sun energy. So this is you. It's very much a reading for you. The sun is vibrant, the sun is powerful, the sun is coming through, as I was saying. So there's certain elements to do with the sun, and 3i Atlas will soon be moving behind the sun. I think that happens at the end of this month, 29th. So there is a movement regarding sun, regarding solar activity, which is bringing in this new birth, this new life, this new energy is coming forward, and it's quite sacred. Don't know why I've got a little, it's almost like I'm a bit hoarse, but actually I'm not, so I'm not sure what that is. We have the sunflowers here as well. So with the sunflowers, what I'm getting straight away is the seeds, the sunflower seeds. So reseeding this new energy so it can grow strong, it can grow tall, it can grow full of vitality. So very powerful, fertile energy as well. It's almost like I'm kind of imagining the egg, the female egg as well, just fertile, vibrant life force, the life force, because we need the sun. Certain elements are trying to block out the sun, but actually we need the sun. And if we're all going to switch to plant life, we need the sun to grow the plants, right? So why would we block it? It doesn't make sense. We actually, humans, need the sun as well. We need it on our skin. We need to receive the vitamin D. We need to get a little bit of light onto our body every day. So if you can even just go outside of your house, I know it's not always possible, but outside of your house for an hour or two a day, just to get that light onto your body, light into your eyes. I don't mean looking directly at the sun. There are certain times of the day you can do that. I think it's like dawn and dusk. But in general, just receiving those light energy codes and frequencies as you're looking around in the daytime is very, very good for you. So something's happening with the sun. It could be you. You might have a sun. There might be some energy coming in with regards to a son of yours. And there is a new life, a rebirth within that. So somebody might be starting a new phase in life. So let's go to the tarot. So the last one I don't know. Well, I don't know any of them because I just flipped them up. The first one is the King of Swords. So the King of Swords kind of points to, it can be Archangel Michael, so you might have Archangel Michael around you. It's an air sign usually, so that's Aquarius, Libra and Gemini. It can be someone who is quite vocal, someone who talks a lot, someone who likes to chat. It can be masculine and feminine, it doesn't have to be. Maybe somebody a bit more mid-age. And there's a lot of butterflies here, so there's great transformation in what is being said. There's great transformation in what is being communicated. So there's some higher level of communication which is coming down from the heavens because the sword is going right up. And then he has the red cushion here which is grounding to the earth. The earth color is red. So he is grounding this higher wisdom onto the earth. He is expressing this higher wisdom. He is bringing this higher wisdom forward. It is air, so it's thoughts, it's mind, it's intellect, it's intelligence. It is imagination. So perhaps we're needing to step out and use our imagination and use our higher connection to understand where we are at the moment. We're having to see that we are transforming, that we are changing. The butterfly, the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis and completely dissolves and is reborn. So that's the rebirth as well. So you can step out into the new light, step out as a new being. You've left whatever was and you're transforming. So this is a great period of change, of maybe changing up who you are, of maybe changing up your life in some way. It can be to do with information as well. So there might be some information coming to you. It could be documents, could be things that you need to sign. It could be contracts in some way. It could be books. It could be study. You know, all that kind of intellect and information. There's something coming this way. Now, with the King of Swords, although very chatty and charismatic because they love to converse, they can be quite cut off from their emotions because they are in their head. They can be quite steely and flighty and doing this and that, and there's no real grounding. So that's why he needs this cushion, because he has to ground it. So if you're feeling that you've got lots of ideas, if you've got lots of things going on in your mind, you've got all these ideas you want to make real in the real world, but you're feeling that almost they arrive and then they're gone and you didn't latch onto them. And it's like sometimes I get great ideas, or I think of, my to-do list, and I think, oh, I have to do that, and then 2 seconds later it's gone. So I have to write things down. I have to put them pen and paper and write them down so I don't forget. So there's something about whatever information is coming in, make it real in the real world, write it down somewhere. Or it could be like you're studying great ideas, great thinkers' ideas. You might be doing research with psychologists, but it's ingesting all of that, and it's whatever's happening is allowing you to grow and transform. Because there needs to be, as well as being super able to communicate, which is blue, this throat chakra expression, you need to be able to express yourself. There has to be room for you to change as well. There has to be room for you to take that and use that to grow new wings, use that to grow a new body. The caterpillar completely changes. So this is an announcement, and Archangel Michael usually comes in to help people when they're at this point in life. If they're suddenly thrown into that, say, the psychic realm, it's because, it's time for you to open your psychic gifts. And usually one of the main archangels that works with you during this can be Archangel Michael. Telepathy is coming in as well. This new way of communicating. We use our third eye, we use our senses, our extrasensory senses. So our clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience. There's a few more clairs I can never remember. Seeing, hearing, touching. For me, it's taste as well. For me, it's like sensation. What else? There's 6 of them or so. I can't remember all of them. But basically, you're opening up to your psychic senses, but you're having to ground that. Anyone who does any spiritual work, any communication with the higher realms, must ground their energy first. Before I did this session, before I opened up, first thing I do is I ground, then I open up. So yes, there's some sort of lesson coming in as well I'm getting. The next card is, oh my goodness, Ace of Swords. So Ace of Swords is this success, this opportunity that's coming in. It's bringing peace and success. You've got the wreath, the lily, and you've got the what is it? It's not the lily. What am I saying? But you've got, it's kind of the crown that the Romans used to wear. You know what I mean. Write it in the comments. But you've also got the peace palm. So it's the palm, and what was this crown? Please give that to me, thank you. It's not maple, but it's something like that. It's laurel. Is it laurel? Did they wear a crown of laurel? Let me know in the comments. But there's it points to success in this communication, success in this information, success in this, and it's been offered by God. So the hand of God is coming in to give you this opportunity, to give you this new piece of information. Now we have to be careful with the swords because they're double-sided. They can cut you as much as they can clear things from you. So this can be cutting away the past. So as we said as well, there is this transition, this change, this transformation due to the butterfly, and this cuts away the old cords, cuts cords to people, and Archangel Michael comes in to cut cords as well, so we can let go of the past. So this will cut cords to people and past things and past events, to allow us to move forward, and there will be success in this. Yes, let's just see what the next one is, just so we can get a better idea of what the understanding is. Oh my God, another blade. We have death, because something is ending, and in order for something to be born, something must end. So there's a major life source of light coming in, of new life arriving for you. But there needs to be this just cutting away of what was, cutting away. It has ended. If you're thinking of, like a relationship or something, and you're wondering, is there life in it? This is saying it's ended, it's over, it's cut it away. You're changing. The dynamic has changed. There is a sun here as well. I'm not sure if you can see it in the background. There is a little sunrise. Have I got it there? So that is showing, again, the sun will rise, the sun being the power. It's, out of the death, dawn always comes. When the darkness is almost like the death, but dawn always comes. So out of that darkness, and it's timely, he's holding a little timer here. So this is time. It is time that this part of your life ends. Oh my goodness. And 2025 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2025 is a 9 year. So that means it's a completion year. So something is coming to an end. And this is telling you that you are transforming. Your life is transforming. New life wants to enter. So when you move forward in your path, your truth, your purpose, whatever it is, you think you're moving forward to try and achieve all these things and go out and get all these things. But in fact, your purpose is coming to you. As you take a step, your purpose comes to meet you. So the sun is going to give you the vibrancy and the energy, and it's this new life wishing to be born. When you think of that butterfly, think of the caterpillar knows when it's time. The caterpillar knows when it needs to go in and build the chrysalis so it can change. It leaves behind, it cuts away everything that it was. It's completely transformed. There has been a death to the caterpillar and this birth to the butterfly. Yeah, and he's got a bandage over his head. So this is all kind of all the old things that caused you pain, caused you worry, caused you destructive thoughts, caused you concerns, just the pressure, the stress that was weighing on your head. It's time for that to end. This is fascinating. I can't wait to see what the next card is. We have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant can be to do with siblings, can be to do with close family that you have emotional ties to. It can be, connections to like brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, that type of thing, that emotional connection. So there might be some changes happening within your connection to family, these people who you have a heart connection with. But he's also a seeker of spiritual knowledge. He is also saying, as above, so below. He's reading from this book of knowledge. He has the keys to unlock the doors to the tarot, to spirit, to higher wisdom, higher knowledge, higher information. He has 2 pillars on either side. So there's great, it can be about establishments, governments, established systems, things that are administration, all that, and it could be the ending of that. It could be the ending of this establishment, the ending of this reliance, because what we need to move forward, if you can see on his crown, what we need to move forward to is he has 3 tiers on that crown, so it's mind, body and soul. So we're introducing the mind, the body and the soul. We have to have all of it together as we move forward. We're building new structure. He's showing one leg uncovered, so it's about revealing this new side to yourself. It's about you establishing the new you laying the groundwork. It's almost like he's got a block here, so you putting down that block, that first block of your new foundation, and you're showing yourself to the world in this way. You're exposing that leg, so you're kind of saying, look at me, like I'm here to be seen. I am gaining this higher wisdom. I'm bringing it forward. I'm unlocking this knowledge, and I'm showing myself to you. So again, this transformation, this leaving the old life, could be leaving your old ways, who you thought you were, and realizing you're so much more. Cutting away those old ideas, cutting away those beliefs. We are getting new beliefs. We are re-educating ourselves, to work on your subconscious where the beliefs lie. You don't even know half of your beliefs about yourself. It's in the subconscious. So you're really detached from that kind of information unless you pay attention to the thoughts you think every day and how you live your life and what's happening in your life. But what you can do is introduce new thoughts and introduce knowledge, sacred knowledge, into your mind, into your subconscious. And the more you do that, the more your life will shift, the more your life will move in a better direction. Because we all want better. We all want something more, something nicer, something better, something more peaceful, something happier. We're all moving towards that in some way. And that's what we claim success to be. That's what we want our wreath to stand for, better. But there's a certain amount of unveiling who we are, unveiling this new identity, and we are working with our physical body, because the body is intelligence, the body has intellect within it, and the body, we're so detached from our body. We literally walk around every day, and very few of us pay attention to the cell work in our body, to the blood moving in our body, to the lymph moving in our body, to what we can do to our physical body to make it healthier, to make us feel better. And then our mind, what can we do to our mind? We can input knowledge, we can bring down information, we can train our subconscious so we make better choices as we step forward. And then we work on our soul work, because we are soul. When you see, for example, a dead body, and you see a lot when you're Irish, the wake is part of the grieving process, where you go and you look at the dead body. And you can tell that the spirit is no longer there. Spirit has left. The glint in the eye, the light in the eye, the thing that, when someone looks in your eye for a little while, it's not like they're looking at your face. There's a moment where suddenly you're seeing, or you get a connection to the spirit of that being looking at you, connecting with the spirit of your being. And it is this moment. And those things are good to try out and test with friends, with family, with whomever, just for a little while, just eye contact. And there'll be a moment where it just shifts a little, and you might giggle, you might think, oh, that's a bit weird. But it's because there's a pouring forward of the spirit of that person that comes, the 1% of you is here on the planet. 99% of you is elsewhere and expansive. And more of that draws forward through your eyes. And as you make that eye contact with someone and hold a gaze, there's a moment of shift. And it's very interesting. Practice, test it out with someone you know. Because we need to connect that side of ourselves as well. Because that's what, brings life to the body. Without that, there's no life in the body. And let's just put a moment in here where we're saying, because the sword can be about technology, because it's all in the air. What's in the air? The Wi-Fi, the technology, the AI. So the transformation may be in, there's a lot of AI coming to the planet now. There's a lot of different ways of communicating. Is AI going to get full power? Is AI going to be the success? Do we need to cut it away? Is there going to be some sort of death? Is this a dying of the old ways? We need to remember we are spiritual beings. We are physical beings. We have a mind, and we're connected to the grand mind of the universe. We're not limited. We're not limited to this outline. For instance, your aura goes way out. For instance, if you open your heart, it goes like 5-6 meters. If you open your heart energy, just imagine it expanding and opening up. It goes all around you. As a healer, I'm able to tune into people at distance. So they're not in my country. They're not in the same place. I'm able to tune in and read their energy. Because there is no distance, actually. There's no separation, actually. Information flows. Information can be right here, even though it's across the world. So the telepathy is coming in there as well. The card that I didn't know, well, I didn't know what they were, but the card I didn't look at either. We have the angels, we have temperance. So we have to be mindful of taking this step by step. We have to be mindful of not tripping ourselves up in this. The Fool would be the card that would be new beginning, and there'll be a sense of the Fool that maybe they might trip themselves up, maybe they might fall over because they're so eager to get going, and then they, that forward facing, and then you trip yourself up. There's a level of temperance that's needed. There's a level of, you're dipping your foot in, but you're still on the earth. So you're kind of teasing at it. Maybe do that eye exercise and see if you notice that moment of shift and that moment of softness. But it's also, this water is your subconscious, and this rock is the physical. So it's understanding that we need to go into the subconscious to work on that, to upgrade that with new knowledge and bring that knowledge to the earth. We need to surround and protect our subconscious. We need to build what's the word I'm looking for? A river bank. So it's almost like we're building a river bank. We're building around this to give, a river bank holds the water. We have to hold this water. We have to hold the subconscious in a structured way so it can evolve, so it can change. We have to look after it in this way. A riverbank guides the river. We have to guide our subconscious by putting in that new information. And the water is held within the riverbank, so it doesn't spill out everywhere. It is focused. There is a sun here as well, so we've got this new dawn rising. We've got this rainbow energy, so that we are in the new rainbow energy time. We talk about the rainbow light and the rainbow children. These are new times with new information. Again, 3i Atlas is bringing forward new information. It is waking people up to a way that they've never thought of before. They have things to think about. If you haven't heard of 3i Atlas, some of my friends, I mentioned to them, so does everybody know about 3i Atlas? And they were going like, what is that? Not everybody knows. So here's your homework. Go and have a look at 3i Atlas. There is definite changes. This is also, one of the cups is golden and one of the cups is silver. So there's this need to balance the masculine and feminine within you. So we all have masculine and feminine. Bear with me. So we all have masculine and feminine. We all have a bit of both. So it's about balancing that. It's about bringing that balancing situation forward. It's about, through balance, and keeping that balanced aspect with regards to your intuition, because your water as well, it's that intuition, maintaining a balance with that, because when you start to open psychically as well, it can be overwhelming. You can be thinking, I know too much, I don't want to know, why do I know all of this? It can, because you can't say it to everybody often, you have to keep a lot of it to yourself. And even at your own detriment, you might understand things and know things, and part of you is, but I can't say anything. So it can be a heavy burden if you're not approaching it in a balanced way. So understand that you will be getting information. The masculine is putting out information. The sun is the kind of the masculine energy, the yang, the going out. So the information is coming to you. But also being that we have the silver cup, that's the feminine. So it's about receiving. So you have to be able to receive the information. So information is flying about everywhere. So as a intuitive, as a psychic, the information is all around you. It's just what you want to hook into and listen to. So it's like radio channels. So many channels can come through the radio. All of those frequencies are around right now. And then you dial into 124 FM and you pick up that signal and you can hear the information. But then you can change that and go to 103 FM and you're hearing something completely different. But you can hear it clearly. As soon as you're tuned in, you can hear it clearly. And that's despite all of the other frequencies existing. You're able to hone in and receive something. So something about receiving, something about refining how you receive information, but also bringing balance to your life. It's a cup of water here. So pouring from one from the other. So balancing your emotions. This is a time to really look at, keeping yourself in balance. Don't go crazy. Don't get all upset over things. The new moon is it today or tomorrow? It's either today or I think it's today, the new moon. So it's a time for balance, a time for looking at your future. What do you want to achieve? Write down what you want to achieve in the next year. Write what you want to achieve in the next 3 months. Who's to say you have to wait till next year? There's no time limit on anything. Let's end this fascination with the time and the clock and, where things need to happen and by what time. This is your existence. Your time is your time. This is also the healer card. So this might be saying, if you're having trouble with your emotions, if you're having trouble tapping into the subconscious, if you're having trouble balancing things in your life, if you're feeling these waves of new energy coming in and you're having trouble with that, seek a healer. This is also a card of working with the angels, obviously. So the angels are wanting to speak to you. The angels are wanting to help you. You might be becoming a healer. You might be becoming angelic Reiki healer. You might be seeking angelic Reiki. That's all in this card, because it's about bringing balance. It's about tempering what you're doing, how you're moving. Just look at our life again. See what's happening. See where the emotions are. See where the waters run through you. The sun is here, and it's funny, we have the sun in the death card, we have the sun in the temperance card, we have the sun card. There's a lot of connection to the sun here. And let's just see it with AI, because we were looking at that. Don't forget your human. AI is coming in, and this would point to balance your emotions during this phase. It almost looks like a slightly different planet, doesn't it? So there might be some planetary information coming through, but also tune into your angels, tune into your own angelic self, heal self. And when you do think of AI, it's technical, but there is something about the higher realms something about communicating with the higher realms, something about receiving information and guidance through the higher realms that will end something for you, so something new can begin. And this is a period of knowledge, a period of working with spirit, a period of unlocking this new life, and perhaps realizing that there's some work to do personally with your own healing, with your own subconscious awareness. And again, it's the messages from the higher realm, and messages from the angelic realm are coming for you. Okay, let's do a quick abundance card, because who doesn't not like a bit of abundance? What I hope to do as well is, using my little clear deck, I hope to create a little deck from that I can use during this, during these readings, where, you know, I'll just put my own spin on a few things, and we can shuffle those cards and see what messages come up. And they might be a bit more direct and to the point, because they'll just either have statements, or they'll back up the tarot, or they might just have that colour on them. Oh, that'd be interesting, wouldn't it? I mean, I know I have colour cards, but obviously I have a different spiritual interpretation when I work with colour as well. So can I have, let's just say, two of these abundance cards give us a clue as to what we need to know with regards to this reading. Oh, that's one. One more, please. One more, please. With regards to this beautiful reading. Thank you. Give us a like if you understand what this is about. Give us a little thumbs up. Or if you want more detail on it. Oh God, they're all falling on the floor. It's because I'm right at the edge of the table. And this one is this. So, surrender. Oh, an aberration. Surrender. Sometimes learning to surrender can feel as if you're dying. The ego learns what's hardest to stop trying to control. The ego learns what's hardest to stop trying to control the whole universe. So you might be trying to control every scenario and every situation, but that's stressful. That's using up a lot of your energy. So sometimes you have to surrender, and you have to surrender to the higher powers. You have to surrender to the angels. You have to say, angels, help me, come in and help me with this situation. I'm handing this over to you. I'm surrendering this problem to you to resolve. And that gives you can see the bird here, and the lady with her arms flung back, and it's almost like a sense of freedom, a sense of release. And what with law of attraction and all of these things of bringing forward into your life what you want, there is a moment, it's almost like the sun here as well, isn't it, behind the bird. There is a moment of let go. Because if you hold on to something, then you're limiting the energy that can come forward, and you're limiting the energy that can evolve. And that's often when we get fixated on how we want it to look, how we want it to be, this thing, this person, this house, this home, this job, how we want our life to be. We want it to look exactly like this. But what you say is this or something better. So you're giving it a little bit of breathing room. This or something better. And you allow for the universe to deliver something better. You allow for the universe to come forward and give you what you need. Sometimes we don't know what we need. We think we do. We know what we want, but we don't know what we need. And we might need a push in a certain direction so we can level up and get what we want. But we didn't see that. That was a missing link. We didn't see that. So letting go. I think as a human, we feel, oh, but it's gone, it's lost. If I don't hold on to it in some way, I've lost it, it's gone, it's disappeared. But that's not the case. What you're doing is you're giving it room to breathe. I find it super interesting when I create artwork. So I might have things that I want in my life and things that I want to come in and things that I want to happen. But you can be so focused on that and almost resolving it yourself. This is about bringing the higher energies in to help resolve it. Higher energies as the helicopter goes overhead. But when I create art, I'm so in the zone. I'm so away in the zone that it frees whatever the situations were. It gives them a little bit of breathing room because I've taken my attention elsewhere, and it allows it to unravel. And you've gone into that creative energy, you've gone into that alpha, which just allows things to unravel. It's just, stuff happens. I must do some painting again soon. But it can feel hard to let something go. It can feel hard because you want to define your situation, but also everybody else in this situation. And then you feel like, well, I've no control over it all. And what if this happens? And what if that happens? So that's the mind taking over. That's the mind controlling. That's the old patterns. That's why you have to feed it new information. Feed the subconscious new information and be willing to surrender to the higher. To surrender what wants to come in for you. And that sense of freedom. Because there's a trust. When you surrender, you're trusting. When you surrender, you're telling the universe that you trust. I'm surrendering this to you because I trust that you will create something great out of it, that you will change something, that you will transform something in some way. And there's a lot of power behind you. Not only is that big bird, but look at all those little birds there as well. And there's birds in her dress. So there's a lot of movement. There's a lot of support to enable you to surrender. And then we have liberation. So surrendering gives you that liberation. Surrendering brings you that sense of liberation, that sense of freedom, that sense of trusting the world, trusting the universe. We have the dragonfly, which can often mean illusion. Don't get caught up in the illusion of the 3D world. You know, I think I saw a bit of I don't know if it was on Instagram or somewhere, there was a little clip that was talking about eyes and how powerful eyes are, and because it's a part of the brain, but it's talking about animals and how animals can see more colours, animals can see more detail. A hawk can see, or an eagle can see a mouse 2 miles away. Wow. So we're so clouded by our own narrow little vision, which is kind of an illusion. And you can take this higher into the quantum realm. So where nothing exists, we're all just particles of information coming in and out of existence. Too much? It says the doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. So as I said, when you release that moment you think, oh, I don't have control, I can't let it go, the doubts and fears will come up. But if you've been doing your work, if you've been doing your subconscious work, you won't believe them anymore. Because they're not a part of you. They're just repeating patterns. We have something like 60,000 thoughts a day. 60,000. Now, if somebody said, oh, I'm going to employ you and you need to think 60,000 thoughts today, you'd be going like, oh my God, I can never do that. Right? That's what I thought. When I heard that it was 60,000, I was like, oh, if somebody said to me, oh, we need to employ you and we're going to ask you to do 60,000 thoughts a day, you'd be going like, oh my God, how am I going to fit that in? But we just do it naturally. Thoughts. And mostly our brain will return to the same ones. So if you actually focus maybe this week and pay attention when you're not involved in an actual activity like answering the phone to somebody and dealing with that, when your mind wanders a little, where does it go? What is your most common wandering thought? Where does it off to? Then that's you returning to that thought again and again and again and again. And if it's not helping you or adding to your life, you need to change it. You need to input a new thought. And so what you can do is, because your brain will still go back to that thought, you can have like a a get out of jail thought. So, for example, you might return to this thought of, oh, I shouldn't have said that. And then it bugs you and it bugs you and it bugs you. But what you can do is have a get out of jail thought. So you can go, anytime I think, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or I should have said that different, or why didn't I say that? And then you're ruminating and then you have this conversation. Just throw in something like ice cream. And then when you're wandering and it goes back, just go, oh, ice cream. Or whatever, you pick a thing. And then that just brings you back because you're aware. You become aware. Most humans are very limited in their awareness of their thinking process and how that affects your life, because your thinking drives your passion, drives your action, drives what you do, what you achieve. And we can be very self-critical in that thinking process. That's why we have to program our subconscious so we're more loving to ourselves. The world is hard enough. We don't need to attack ourselves. And I'm well known for it, being self-critical. I had a tea with one of my friends who's a homeopath the last day, and she goes, "You're very hard on yourself." And I was like, yeah. So it's about changing that. It's about putting that ice cream thought in. It's like if I go, oh, why didn't I achieve that? And why did I? And then you just ice cream and just delete. Somebody I know who does tarot and oracle readings, Amanda Ellis, she always goes Control Alt Delete. So if you have a negative thought that's detrimental to you, but you're aware you're having it all of the time, she'll go Control Alt Delete. Because there have been experiments on this as well, where you project thoughts onto plants. Which one grows? The one with the positive thoughts, the one that you were saying positive things to, not the one that is turning black and dying because you're being awful to it and violent to it, and not violent but saying violent things. I'm just thinking of war now. I think of war and the hatred and the violence and how that causes the energy to die. And positivity and peace and loving thoughts causes the plant to blossom. That's the evidence right there. But we have to be careful about what we say to ourselves. This is also the story of the dragonfly. We had the butterfly, the chrysalis, the transformation. The dragonfly does the same. It lives under the water until the time is right, until the death of its old water insect self. It's like a little water creature. There is a moment in time, and it climbs this reed, and as it climbs this reed, it moves into a different life. It springs forward these wings, luminous wings with multidimensional colours on them, rainbow colours on them, and it flies and it never goes back to the water again. This is the complete transformation of, read up about how a dragonfly becomes. It's amazing. It's a bit like a butterfly, but it's just amazing. And it becomes this airborne. We have all of these air signs. So you're moving into that higher frequency. You're moving into that higher vibration. You're changing. And this is just a nod, a hint, a moment that the tarot is telling you this is what's happening. Sometimes it can feel chaotic. Sometimes you can feel a bit out of control. Sometimes you can feel very dissatisfied with the world that you're in. Sometimes you can feel upset and sad and lonely and confused. But if you understood at a level, it's partly because of this transformation that's occurring for you and for everyone. Everyone's going through it in different stages at different levels. So when doubt and fear comes for you and comes up in your mind, I mean, some fear is helpful, if there's a big hole, we'll fear falling into it, so we'll go around it so we don't fall into this big hole. So some elements of fear are protective, but some are detrimental because we can invest in it. We can get addicted to fearful things. We can watch things that make us afraid. that doesn't do anything for your body, for your mind or your soul. We want positive things. And it is this belief. It says don't believe anymore that they're for you. So these fears, these doubts, what is your belief about them? So again, that's subconscious. What is your belief? What is your understanding? Beliefs are just thoughts we keep thinking. If you keep thinking a thought, it will become a belief. So repetitive thinking, repetitive thought will become a belief because you're choosing to rethink it, rethink it, rethink it. It's a belief. In the same way, if you want to upgrade your beliefs and have a new belief about yourself, think it. Because thoughts become beliefs. Repeated thoughts become your belief. So put a new thought in, repeat it consciously, repeat it. That will become your belief. That will become the tone, the frequency of you. And you'll be able to move forward into your life in a particular way. Okay, I showed you some colours. So let's do a colour just to see if it can give us any more guidance. I realise I've done a lot of talking and not a lot of cards. The sun's coming out now, shining in. It's so changeable. Can you see its difference in the video? It was very dark there for a moment because it was like the rain was coming, and then the sun's coming out. So let's see what colour. Oh, it's 51. My God. Let's see what colour would be good for my watchers today. Oh, there we go. I'll just have to go get that. It's gone the other side. 1 second. Bear with. Okay, we got three. Three have come out. I don't know what they are yet. I'm showing you first. Okay, Azure 36. Protect yourself. Look at that. That's what I was saying. The sun's coming out. The sun, the power of the sun. There's something going on with the sun. The sun has come up several times here. So expect to hear some information on the sun. Look at that, the way that light changes. It's funny, isn't it? The next one was purple, crown chakra, connection to the higher realms. That's what we've been talking about. It says develop mental clarity. Mental clarity. Clear thinking, clear mind, clear beliefs, getting clear on this higher energy, this higher information that's coming down through your crown chakra. Scarlet, attract success. And that's where grounding it. This is the, oh, this is lovely, isn't it? This is the crown chakra, the top of the head. This is where the information comes in. This is the King of Swords. Crown chakra, information coming down, passing the throat chakra, so it comes down, and this is kind of the midway point where we're moving from our body up into the higher. This is the blue, the communication, so we're being communicated to. Information is coming in. And then this is the base chakra, the red, the base chakra. This is where we have to ground this energy and make a success of our lives. Attract that success, law of attraction, using the mind to change your frequency so you can draw to you what you want but also what you need. We have the purple here, we have the blue here, we have the red, scarlet here. So it's the higher information. It's the first card, the higher information communicating with us. This higher information is speaking to us. It's coming through our crown and it is speaking to us, and we are bringing this information in to guide us, to help us to make successes of ourselves in this world. That is stunning. I don't even need to read the book. I'm not going to read the book on this. Work with purple, work with blue, work with red. Red is very good for foundation, for building, for material wealth, material gain, material world. We're still in the material world, although all of it is changing. So we're bringing all of these new frequencies, these new codes, these new light, this power from the sun, this light, protecting that wisdom, protecting that sacred code of energy. We're being protected by the universe. We're being protected by these higher codes. We're protecting our mind by shifting into better thinking. We're protecting our body by having better thoughts. And then we attract, by doing all of that work, all that mental work, we attract success in our lives. We attract new life into our lives. But there needs to be those moments of homework, developing that mental clarity of those 60,000 thoughts a day. How aware are you of those thoughts? How much time do you spend thinking new thoughts? And you can have like a vision board. You can do a vision board. What do you want to achieve over the next 3 months? Piece of paper, cut things out of magazines. You can have it on a slideshow on your computer. Find photos of things you like, things you want to introduce to your life. Put them in a file. Do a slideshow. The subconscious is very visual. It's more visual than anything. So if you're seeing things day after day, that's going in, and then your mind will move your body in a certain way in life to help achieve and draw to you those things. But you have to keep doing it. It's like development, study, knowledge, do the work. This is a big transformation time for you. I've got a couple of seconds left. Let me just reach for a dragon and see what it initially tells me. White gold from Lyra. Connects you to the highest Christ light. Develop your causal chakra. Bathe in 9th dimensional Christ light. So higher light is coming in. Christ consciousness is coming in, as we've said. Dipping, it's like he's like the temperance, dipping his toe in here. Dipping his toe into that Christ consciousness, subconscious, connect to the higher conscious. I hope you enjoyed. That was really fun for me to read. I hope you thought it was good. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment if you enjoyed it, and share with your friends if you think this will help them get out of if they're in a bit of a funk or life isn't going to plan. Sometimes you just need a reminder. And it's all positive. Don't let any, I should be doing more of this. Why am I not? That's the critical mind. Just saying, thank you for this space, because now I know how to proceed. Thank you, and I receive the blessings of this space. And now I'm happy, and I'm perfectly where I am meant to be, and I am enjoying moving forward. I'm enjoying everything I've achieved, and I'm loving this life, and I'm loving moving forward. Even if you don't believe it, if you're telling yourself that, you'll eventually believe it. Thoughts become beliefs, and beliefs draw to you all of those things that you want. Blessings, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye.